Okay, so we're at the chessboard, everyone. We've generated a position. If you go onto the site, we did share the link. I'll share it maybe at the end of the show again. I'll share the link. And this site, every time you start or you just refresh or something, then it generates a new position. And right now, let me just confirm if you guys see the same position. So I've got the dragon bishops are on C1 and G1.
Yes, that's
and
correct.
And the queen is on F1.
Yes.
All right, so guys, this is what you've been waiting for. We are actually gonna see this dragon bishop in action, the official start here for tonight of Paradigm Chess30. So we are going to see. Yes.
We're just gonna toss for colors.
No, I'm doing this saying that we're not gonna toss for colors because
okay.
Just from a celebration, you know, I didn't play the celebration, so he has an advantage.
Okay. all right. And then, like I was saying, we're gonna see now the first game, and we're gonna see a blitz game. As you can see, there's a clock there and everything, so we're gonna see these guys go at it right now. So
it's okay. It's okay. Okay.
Feel free to throw in a comment, questions, guys. Here we go. You guys can start. So I'm gonna let's see. I think I wonder if I should not. I'm gonna mute myself from your side, guys. So I'm gonna mute myself on Zoom so that you guys don't hear me.
Okay, cool.
So
will you hear us still, Calvin?
Yes, I'll hear you guys, but you won't hear me. So I'm gonna mute now, and then I'm just gonna talk, and let me know if you can still hear me. Here we go. Okay, guys. So
can we go, Calvin? Okay, so it's fine. We're just gonna go.
You guys can go. You guys can go. I'm gonna mute myself now. Here we go. All right. So thank you to Clint as well for following. Welcome to the show. And we have liftoff, guys. We see who's got the white pieces? Lourenzo's got the white pieces, and Craig has got the black pieces. Let's just confirm this, guys. I just want to confirm, Lourenzo, you've got the white pieces, right? And Craig, you black.
Yes.
Okay, I'm muting again. Here we go. Okay, so we see first move F4, and then we saw D5, and now knight B to C3. And then pawn to F6, pawn to E4. So white is playing some, it looks like a Grand Prix setup. And as you can see, the dragon bishop on G1 can move like a bishop, but not like a Zhang Yi knight yet. Pawn takes E4. So just to remind you guys, we can still hear you over there. So we can hear the dragons flying in the air in the background.
I wanted to help him, Calvin.
All right, so I'm muting myself again. If for some reason you guys want me to get back on or whatever, you can just give a wave or say something. Okay, I'm muting again. Okay, so knight takes E4. So the G8 dragon bishop is open. He cannot move like a knight. Let's just call it a knight for now, but we all know it's a Zhang Yi knight. Okay, maybe I should say Zhang Yi knight because a normal knight could have gone to H6 already. But yeah, the dragon bishops cannot move yet from both sides like a Zhang Yi knight because all the pawns are in front of it. Knight C6 was played. And maybe, you know what, guys, maybe, let's see. Maybe I should also give these guys space to think. So let me just tell them. So yeah, sorry guys to interrupt over here. I know time is ticking, but I think I'm going to mute you guys as well, just to give you thinking space. And the viewers will hear me alone. So I'm muting all of us, but the viewers will be hearing me. Okay. Oh, okay. So, yeah, I see here, guys, I have to ask to unmute. So you guys are muted now. Can you just unmute? Rather, let's just leave it unmuted from your side. There we go. Okay, so I'm rather going to keep you guys on because I see I have to ask to unmute. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's happening here? Dragon Bishop.
I would love to block with my dragons, but the pieces
They can't hear you, no?
No, they can. So I have to move my queen now. Yeah, don't want that.
Okay, so I found a way now, guys. Okay, it's just showing a sign there that I muted myself on Zoom. But okay, so I've muted them so they can play in peace. And let's see. So there we saw Dragon Bishop to E7. So that Dragon Bishop from black could go over there, but the other one couldn't because he couldn't go straight rightwards. So the two Dragon Bishops are eyeing each other. Lourenzo is a bit ahead on the clock. Let's see what's in the chat box. So Kenny is saying that's interesting. So then the engine would perfect it, and theory can develop certain principles around the DB, providing theory for it. Yeah, of course. So yeah, we're not at that stage yet, but that would be interesting. Yes. So Dragon Bishop to E6 is played, and now both Dragon Bishops are aiming at the Dragon Bishop on C5. That's why Lourenzo retreats, and a cool Zhangyi horse retreat to B3 there, Dragon Bishop B3. So the Dragon Bishops are really very, very tricky, guys. Game is sharp. White is castle, black is also ready to castle. Only piece in black's position that looks slightly odd is the knight on D8. But okay, the knight on D1 also looks odd. Thanks, Boom Shaka. We've got an interesting background there. Thinking of the origins as well, Chinese chess playing a part in it. So some Dragon Bishop exchange on B3. Pawn takes F4. Are we going to see Dragon Bishop takes F4? So that Dragon Bishop on F4 is aiming at E6 as well. And that's why Knight E6, and the Knight is threatening to capture that guy. Obviously, Lourenzo is not going to swap off the Dragon Bishop for the Knight, being worth much more. The Bishop dropped back. So there was a funny maneuver. The Dragon H5, I just missed a Dragon H5, and then G6, and then the Bishop drops back. Okay, cool. There is a fork. The Knight forks the Queen and the Dragon Bishop. That's unfortunate. And there Lourenzo is left with no Dragon Bishop. So now we're going to see. Black has got a Knight and a Dragon Bishop. White has got two Knights. Let's see what's going to happen. So Black theoretically has an advantage now. I have played Chinese chess, Boom Shaka. The cannons are quite powerful in a sense, but they do have their limitations because they can jump over certain stuff and they can go far, but they can't shoot at the stuff right in front of them. So I'm not sure what the value is of the cannon, but I think they should be pretty high up the ladder. So I think the Dragon Bishop could be something similar, yes. Because the Dragon Bishop is even close to a queen, I would consider. Maybe close. Like I think someone mentioned earlier, maybe a Dragon Bishop could be like or a queen could be worth a Dragon Bishop and a minor piece, something like that. Interesting exchange sacrifices. So, knight is on D4 for black. playing f5, hitting the knight, that had a nice post on e4. Okay, knight g5, threatening the queen. Black is behind on the clock, so Lourenzo has got that as an advantage. He's got 3 minutes on the clock against Craig's 57 seconds. Knight c to e4, using the pin. The pawn can't capture because the rook is on the same file as the queen. Queen needs to find a safe spot. Queen to e5. So the dragon bishops are also valuable. So if you bring them out quickly, they can get exposed. And I guess that's what happened to that dragon bishop, one dragon bishop of Lourenzo. He got forked by the enemy knight. Pawn to f4. Black is down. Few seconds. And the sacrifices now is dragon bishop for look like 2 knights. So he had a dragon bishop for a knight, but now he sacked the dragon bishop basically for 2 knights, which means black. Now we switch over to normal chess. And now we're back to normal chess, and black is a whole piece up. So white is in trouble. Queen takes b7. Black hesitating a bit. He's a piece up. Maybe if you move the rook, then rook takes a7 would be dangerous. f3 looks nice. White is in big trouble. fe8. c3 to check. King f1. Black down on the clock, needs to make a move. Queen h5. Time is ticking. Time is ticking. Time is ticking. Make a move. Oof. I don't know if there's increment or if there's a delay, a Bronstein delay, but black is in trouble. He needs to move instantly. And Lourenzo is going to obviously try to... there must be some increment, yes. Oh my word. And black loses on time. Wow, guys. Why? Why did you lose on time? You're completely winning.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, no. Yeah, we were... I mean, completely winning, but what are you guys playing with increment or what?
How is this knight gonna come out, Calvin?
So let's say, okay. So white is in check, right? So
Queen g2.
Queen g2.
I think I have a problem here.
Yeah,
Maybe
it's not easy.
maybe queen g4 or something. Or queen is but yeah, queen g4 looks like.
Rook takes e2.
Oh no, sorry, I'm missing the king's also on f1. Yeah, I don't know what's happening.
Yeah.
Interesting. So yeah, no, you.
So just even though I was the piece up, there were lots of dynamics still to sort out, because I mean he was threatening rook takes a7 if I bring in my a8 rook, and that was looking pretty ugly.
Yes. Yeah, but I think okay. Objectively, you were winning, but the complications over there. But it was interesting that you forked Lorenzo's queen and dragon bishop early on.
Yeah, I missed that one, man.
Yes. So I was mentioning to the viewers that you should also be careful with your dragon bishops. If you expose them earlier, if you bring them out early on in the game, they might be exposed and prone to tactics or some exchanges. And then you luckily could just swap off your dragon bishop for 2 knights and convert into a winning normal chess position.
Yes, that was the aim. You usually blow a huge sigh of relief when you're in a normal chess.
You could see also, Calvin, he sacrificed his dragon bishop for 2 knights.
Yes. So there's,
although in that case he was now up he was a piece up, so it was logical. But that is typical sacrifices as well.
Yeah.
yes.
Also in normal chess, you would exchange into a simpler ending than a more complicated ending, but just make sure it's winning, of course.
Yeah.
That was the principle.
Okay, cool. So are you guys keen to play another one? But before we start again, I just want to read something. We got a couple of comments here. So Boom Shaka was actually asking Kenny, because he played in the celebration event. What was it like playing? Did you get confused with the movement? So you got a question here to Kenny that was also playing in the celebration event. So Kenny said, Boom Shaka, I missed one tactical play completely when the adjacent square was blocked against Daniel Barish while my dragon bishop was defender of my queen. Lost it and resigned immediately. In my game against Watto, I discovered a great tactical flair the dragon bishop produced. Starting square was B1 and moved as knight to A3, then back to B2 to become fianchetto bishop, which I think contributed to me winning that one. The ability for the dragon bishop to transform itself allows for deeper calculations and even simplify certain dynamic plans I could find using its piece value. Any tactical or strategical inclined player will simply love this variant. Thanks, Kenny, and for sharing your experiences there. And Laparot, welcome, Laparot. Laparot says, so develop rooks before dragon bishops? Question mark. What do you guys think? Rooks before dragon bishops?
Yes, like Craig was mentioning earlier about the rook lift, the h4, rook h3, very possible because bishop can't take the rook.
Aha, okay, so interesting stuff.
No, and
there.
even and when a rook attacks the dragon bishop, he has to run.
Yes, and Kenny also says here, rooks tend to wait long for endgame. I think it's harder to find the right files for them. Interesting aside from Kenny over there. So yeah. All right, guys. So, are you keen to play another one? Any other comments, questions from the viewers? And maybe try to keep your dragon bishops on longer, guys. Man, don't get them out so quickly.
Okay.
At least keep one behind.
Okay. This looks like the standard chess position. In fact, this was the first.
Okay, cool. This is nice.
You'll be very surprised how different it is, but maybe we should change, or should we keep it?
I say let's keep it.
I would love for you guys to keep it this way and just see how different it is to normal theory. I think the normal theory is out the window. But Old Boff says here, what online offline chess engine for this? I think we answered that one earlier. There's no engines you can use at the moment for this unless you wire it in yourself if you're a developer or something. But I think that's gonna take you forever. So no engines right now. Let's keep it simple. Let's keep it. We use our brains. So this is fresh stuff. So yeah, here we go, guys. We've got the normal chess position. Let's go.
I'll go. Right.
Okay, so this time around I'm not gonna mute. Let's see. No. I need to mute myself for you guys. Okay, I'm gonna do the same thing again. So just bear with me. Okay, so I've muted them. And there we go. So d4, f5 looks like a Dutch. Pawn to c3. And of course, that c3 movement opens up the dragon bishop to move like a Zhangyi knight. So let's see if this is gonna pan out like a usual Dutch defense. Yes, it seems difficult, but you get used to it quite quickly. And I think it's quite nice because you don't want engines to interfere. If you listen to top grandmasters as well, they always encourage you to analyze by yourself. The engines make us lazy. The engines take away certain learning curves, and we have h4 on the board. So the Dragon Bishop on c1 moved like a Zhangyi knight to d3, and h4. So white is looking at maybe opening up with h5. And I think Craig is playing with the white pieces now. So, and black plays g5, trying to keep things closed. Not interested in grabbing that pawn. Maybe rook takes h5 was a possibility. So, yeah, Craig's taking his time here, trying to figure out what to do next. Queen to c2, eyeing the f5 pawn. So the standard battery by the queen and dragon bishop, or yeah. So f5 is hanging out to protect. Now black could play dragon bishop to g7 and then he's protecting f5, but then probably pawn to h6 is irritating. So question is how to protect f5. Maybe pawn to e6. Yep, pawn to e6 is played. Guys, if you want to know more, I mean, these are the creators of the game. Throw in your questions. At the end of the show, we're gonna ask them the final questions from you guys. Very interesting stuff, guys. I was part of the celebration event. It was quite fun playing, so you need to try it out. I'm going to share the link again at the end so that you can test it out yourself and you can play it at home. As I mentioned earlier, you don't need any different board, or you use the same chess board. You can use the normal bishops and just imagine that they're dragon bishops. Or like Lourenzo said, you can put a red ribbon around it. Like you can see here on this chessboard, dragon bishops are red. Just to show you that they are different from the normal guys. Feel free to press the follow button if you just tuned in, or if you haven't yet. Pawn to e5. So now notice that bishop takes f5 is dragon bishop takes f5 is not on yet, because then the dragon bishop on g7 is actually defending f5. Note that. So pawn to e4. Pawn to f4, and any King's Indian player will be happy with such a looking position. Maybe pawn to g4 in the air, pushing the knight. But the knight can jump to h4 though. Yes, Laporot, it can be very tricky to trap a dragon bishop. I've tried to trap one couple of times, and you think you have it, and then it has an escape route. So a lot of times these backward movements are the ones that we miss. Exchanging it, it's it's a bit difficult. Exchanges in general, are tricky because every piece has a different value. So if you get the chance to exchange the dragon bishop, usually we tend to gobble the dragon bishop up. So the structure has been closed, the knight, oof. And this is now something that we see here, guys. That knight on f5 is so powerful because the dragon bishops don't want to capture him. But who's going to get rid of him? Only the other two knights. So the dragon bishop retreats. He doesn't want to... the knight to get in. White long castle. So I think white is looking very nice here. If I'm correct, I'll just double check with the guys after the game. I think Lorenzo's got the black pieces, yes, and Craig has got the white pieces this time around. The knight a6, the knight might be looking at c5. The dragon bishops tend to be not that powerful or as powerful as they can be in closed positions. Dragon bishop b5 check. Right, dragon d7. Knight to b3, so maybe trying to keep the black knight away from c5. So Lourenzo is down to 2.5 minutes. Craig is on 3 minutes basically. So it seems like Lourenzo is struggling a way forward, trying to find a way forward here. Knight to c5, so he accepts maybe some double pawns coming his way. It was difficult. That knight on f5 is really making black's life difficult. That's the thing that we were talking about. Knights can actually be very powerful. At some point, black might have to decide to give up a rook or something, or even a dragon bishop if you have to. But each piece has its potential to become very strong. Pawn to d6, trying to open up lines, and black goes pawn to c6 immediately. So dragon bishop can go to c7 potentially, and it won't be a check yet because it will be blocked by the d7 dragon bishop. So it won't be checked. It can go to c7, but it will actually not be attacking much besides the queen. So he rather retreats. Now, if it was an archbishop, it would have been forking the king and the rook and so on, but that's the limitation essentially of the dragon bishop. It's not as powerful as an archbishop, which would be very, very powerful. Dragon bishop, the guys are estimating between 7, maybe 7 or 8 points. 7.5, I don't know. Like I said, the blocked positions, like that dragon bishop on d7 can't go forward. Okay, there's pawns everywhere. But he can actually go to b6 because the c7 square is vacant. So black is down on the clock. He needs to find something to do. Queen to a5. Protecting c5 because the dragon on d3 was actually attacking c5. Queen a5, eyeing the a2 pawn as well and protecting c5. Alright then, that's an interesting move now. So dragon bishop on c4 is protecting a2 and attacking the queen on a5 at the same time, guys. The bishop on c4 is doing a lot of work. He is not protecting the pawn on d6 because the c5 pawn is in the way. Black can play queen b6 because, like I said, mentioned, the c5 pawn is in the way, and there, yeah, so the dragon bishop was actually forking the queen and the e5 pawn. And notice the dragon on d7 couldn't capture that dragon bishop on e5 because the pawn on d6 was blocking him. Knight g7, that's a fork. The king and the dragon bishop is being attacked. The dragon on e6 cannot capture the knight on g7. The f6 knight is in the way. So that's a nasty fork. 7. When the knight takes e6. e6, it's not check because the e6 square is blocked. So you can even play a move like dragon bishop to c4, then the bishop won't be able to capture because as soon as the bishop on e6 moves, it will be check. So time is getting closer to even. Pawn to d7, of course, the dragon bishop cannot capture. The knight is welcome to capture, but then you can, of course, play it. Now, if knight takes d7, the dragon bishop on e5 cannot capture because the e6 bishop is there, but rook takes would be check, and the dragon bishop couldn't take because then it will be check again. So these dynamics can change so quickly, guys. Rook to d6, and that dragon bishop looks very juicy to capture. Dragon bishop to c4 from f1 to c4 also looks very nice. We're going to see rook takes, yes. So we've got 2 dragon bishops on the board. King takes dragon f to c4, check. And I think the king can only run to e7. Huh? These guys are making the board on fire, guys. The dragon bishops are so powerful. So he's giving up his dragon bishop for the knight. Why? Okay, he's leading already. e5 check. The king cannot capture. The dragon bishop is protecting it. Ah, the queen is opening up for his queen. That's the main idea. That's the main idea. That's a nice sacking the dragon bishop for the knight. The queen is coming in. So king d8, the king has to run. Our dragon e6. Dragon e6 looks interesting. But then you could play rook e7 to block. It's check. Rook d6 can block, but then it's just falling. Oof. So it's not check anymore because you can't go straight left. Check over there. Getting close to the end, guys. Pawn takes rook. Maybe very simple. Pawn takes rook is probably most simple. And it looks like the king is stuck there on b8. The rook is. Okay. Okay. Can you guys hear me? Wait, let's just get them on. Okay, can you guys hear me?
Yes,
now
we can hear
now
you.
we can.
Aha, okay, right. Nice game over there. Craig, you had the white pieces, eh?
Correct.
Okay, nice game over there. Nice dragon bishop sack there for the final assault. Giving up your dragon bishop for the knight just to get your queen in there. So
Clarify matters, you know.
yes, and it seems like this closed position didn't make the dragon bishops so happy for a long time. You had to maneuver. And
More strategy.
yes, and we also saw the knight on f5 was so powerful. That outpost.
Yes, exactly. That is very good. For that
Okay.
outpost.
Interesting stuff, guys. Definitely seems like positions are sharp. How long was this game? 34 moves. And it doesn't seem like a draw was ever on the cards in both games. Sharp stuff. All right. Anything else, guys? Or what? Any hints or any suggestions for the viewers out there? Let me just go find that link. Let me just repost it here for everybody to make use of it so that they can practice at home. And maybe Lorenzo and Craig, you guys can maybe tell us what's in store. What can we expect next from Paradigm Chess30?
Yeah, that is we're planning a weekly Paradigm Chess30, like a banter, like we're doing now. So more games. Maybe the viewers can also play with Calvin, with Craig, myself, and also asking one of the top players maybe to come on the show as well to share some of their games or their views, and also maybe do a banter.
Yes.
So I just need to ask for permission. So that is in the short term. Like I've mentioned already, Charles is still busy with the website. So that is a phase two. It takes long because it's from scratch. It's new.
Yes.
And like I said, we don't really want engines involved now. We still want to enjoy the old school, like in the days. So we don't want to spoil it now. We still enjoy it. We still have fun.
Yes. 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 So
So
yeah, we will be
we
definitely
really
gonna
need
get some bent paradigm chess going. Hopefully we'll start next week, guys, and we'll make it a weekly thing. And now thanks for entertaining us. Boom Shaka says this is really interesting, gents. Will we be seeing more? So maybe is there any? So we had a celebration event. Is there going to be any tournament that we should be looking out for in the near future, or is it pipeline or
um,
anything like that? Can we
hopefully
expect anything?
hopefully the online, but the online is dependent on programming.
Yes,
So we're hoping for that still, and then when everything clears, and we can have tournaments again like in the olden days. So
we can do over the board ones as well.
yeah.
Okay.
So yes, definitely different from MRL chess paradigm. Much easier to manage, and we can have big tournaments. We can manage it with the normal chess rules. We don't need the dynamic no draw rules with this addition.
Okay, great stuff. So, guys, I left the link for you in the chat box. So just grab it over there, and you go ahead and practice it. Just make sure not to use the last link. There should be 3 options. If there's 2, take the second one, but the third one is still in construction, I think. Use the second link. Don't worry with the take back one. Just use the second link. So enjoy, guys. Yeah, and that's it in the chat box as well. So if there any final comments, guys, before we go?
Calvin, thanks a lot from my side and from Craig. We really appreciate hosting us. This was really great going forward.
All right, now it has been a pleasure. And yeah, I'm looking forward to more of this, and yeah, I'm gonna go practice on this website as well. So guys, look out for the banter blitz. Thanks, Lourenzo. Thanks, Craig, for making it a very exciting evening and giving us something new and fresh to look at, and maybe another training tool to improve in general in chess as well. And just, I mean, it's exciting times. So yeah, I hope everybody enjoyed the evening, and thanks everybody. Press the follow button if you haven't yet, and enjoy your evening. Thanks, guys. Cheers.
Thank you, Calvin.
Enjoy.
Bye.
Cheers.